Thanks, Sai team, for giving the opportunity. This is the last team, and I'm sure this is what we are addressing this. So, with your stressful lives, we are all leading a very stressful lives, and the last thing that you do in the evenings is sexual health, and that is what we are addressing today. So, this platform is Cupid Care. We are a virtual telehealth platform for sexual health and wellness. So, the problem we are addressing is in a country which is successful on its debut mission to mass. Still, buying a condom from a pharmacy store is a major problem. So this is a case study from TOA. It's about a PhD student from Kolkata. So it's like any other youngsters, but he has confined himself from a home and for the last 6 months. And the major problem was he has STDs. And this is not just Animesh Ray we are talking about. 1 in 5 Indians suffer from sexual health problems, and we are tackling that. And so if you look at the pain points associated in sexual health space, at an individual level, if you look at it, it's a fear of being judged. And at a societal level, it's a lot of taboos and social stigma associated with the sexual health. And then this whole market is unorganized space. People don't know whom to consult. There are Babajis selling medicines for sexual health. And then limited accountability. Unlike a cardiology or oncology, you don't have finite end results which are trackable. So this is Cupid Care for you. So what it is, it's a technology platform where people can consult doctors. It's a text-based chatting as well as audio and video consultation, and then we are having a home diagnostics. If you look at the services where we differentiate it's not just a consulting platform. Here are a few services we are having. Sexual health packages, we are combining consultation plus diagnostics such that the person can stay at his home and get the consultation for his sexual health problems. And then premarital counseling with the increasing premarital counseling, and then sexual fitness checkups, mental health counseling, home STD screening, couple therapy. Next slide. Looking at the business model, so right now what we are focused is on three main areas. So that's online consultation space, diagnostic space, and sexual health packages. Online consultation, it's a purely commission based with the doctors, and we are charging around 500 rupees for an online consultation. And then diagnostics, it's average ticket size right now in the market is around 1000 INR. And then sexual health packages, how we differentiate from being just a online consultation platform. This is one key area where it's a high ticket investments and high ticket is there, and it's a low volume but high margins as well for the company. And then other revenues is we feature doctor listings and partnership with online pharmacies and sexual wellness companies. And right now, we might be just a tech platform providing this, but in the long run, what we have envisions is offline clinics. We have clearly found there is a white space in this domain. And then we plan to launch even the offline clinics. We are working with some of the doctors right now. So we are not going to build a traditional brick and mortar clinics. So these clinics would be telemedicine enabled, and doctor wouldn't be available full time in the clinic. And these clinics can be run in a 500 SFT place, and again, so these clinics have a lower capex and opex as well compared to other single specialty chains such as eye or maternity. And then again, this have a larger ticket size. Sexual health, what we have seen from doctors we interact with, sexual health has always a higher tickets compared to other OP consultations. And then e-commerce, so we want to enter into even the subscription commerce where we provide monthly sexual health kits where we send across condoms as well as menstrual pad under discrete packaging. And then this is a Dollar Shave Club. It's a working business model where people send grooming kits to men in US. And then we have sale of medical products, not the sexual lingerie or not the handcuffs, but we want to sell any sexual aids which are prescribed for the doctors. And then we can expand synergistically as well. We can just take up this platform and work in other spaces where telemedicine has a high potential. So other spaces are dermatology as well as women's health and mental health. So if you look at the market, yes, size matters in market. So definitely prevalence of sexual problems is 20%. So these are again just serious sexual health problems which need some treatment or therapy. So around 170 million is the total available market. And then internet penetration, if you look at it, because it's an online platform, it's around 42 million. And right now the potential is for the immediate addressable platform we can address with Cupid Care is 27 million. And if you look at the diagnostic space, STD diagnostics itself is a 160 billion market across the globe. And even if we assume 1% for India, it's we are 1.6 billion, as well as if you look at the sexual wellness market or the e-commerce play, it's around 1.5 billion, and it's a CAGR of 35%. Competitive landscape, yes, there are multi-specialty portals right now, Practo and Librate, and how we differentiate from them is we are a single specialty where we have a edge to promote more of sexual health. So is the market ready? Yes, it is right now. So if you look at the recent report, 35% of the online consultations are happening in the sexual health space. And overall, like what Cupid can address online consultations market is right now 50%. And even if you look at the men as well, 48% of the men are discussing sexual health problems, and for the women are also not left behind, 43%. And even the government side, we are getting not regulations, but yeah, suggestions are coming. So Madras High Court suggests premarital counseling and potency tests to reduce divorce. And then again, sexual STD problems are not something which are related always to the lower BOP or anything. So even there are high paying customers in this segment. So at what stage we are? We are bootstrapped right now. We have built the product. We are launching it in the coming week, first week of March. So right now we have consultation platform ready, and we have tie-ups with 4 clinics in Hyderabad to give the sexual diagnostics. And then Q1 we are focusing on tech part, so where we will be giving mobile app for doctors, because we don't want to engage them full time, so it's mobile app probably whenever they're driving or whenever they have a lunch, they can give consultations. And then integrated audio and video engagement, and then expand diagnostic service to Bangalore and Chennai. And by Q1 we want to have 40 specialists on board. And Q2 we want to we want to partner with NGOs working with sexual health, and then have even a sexual health helpline which can answer queries in the regional languages. Right now the limitation would be more of language barrier we have seen. So helpline addressing the rural population as well in the regional languages. And then Q3 and Q4 we will focus more on brand building, where we will be expanding diagnostic services across other cities. And then partner with other online pharmacy and e-commerce play for selling sexual health and wellness. And then based on the data we get from the patients and the geolocations, so we'd be identifying some of the running at least 3 pilot centers across 2 cities in Q5. So our team, so myself Sriram, I'm a BITS graduate, and I have Krishna is IIT graduate. So we were healthcare management consultants earlier, and then I went to Traction. I was heading the health tech team there. And then we have a medical advisor, Dr. A. Satyanarayan Reddy. He has 30 years of experience in gynecology and sexology. So he's about to retire, and he's spending a good amount of time with us. And Ashirwad is our tech lead. And so this is our platform ready, and we have a doctor's consultation. These are the doctors we have right now. So we have right now 10 doctors on board. Thank you. So to conclude, yeah, don't look at it as just a tech platform offering an online consultation, but we envision to solve some of the real social problems associated on the ground.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Questions?
In your potential customer base, I didn't see you listing teenagers there. Any reason why?
One thing is we are right now looking at the paying customers. Teenagers are definitely, so we have a sexual education one thing, and even colleges, universities, we want to have tie-ups. But right now we have spoken to some of the universities if they pay for the students and they can ask consultations from us, but they were not agreeing. Then we were thinking like having a phone from balance instead of, they wouldn't have a credit card or debit card. So probably from their phone balance recharge if they can pay directly online. We are working on that.
Because if you can create a sort of great service with anonymity and ease of use, I think the potential is unlimited, isn't it? Yeah.
To add to that, even the sexual helpline which we are targeting, that's one thing where we can target the students. And also talking about the NGOs, I'm particularly working with an NGO in my part-time previously. So we have tie-ups with some of the NGOs, and there are some NGOs which are particularly focusing on this STD awareness and sexual health. So that is an easy way for us to enter into the colleges.
Yeah, the other thing which, sorry, I'll just
No, go ahead,
finish
go ahead.
this thing is, even at the very high end of the market, I think there's a huge potential. Globally, I think there are very customized, very discrete services available. So, is that something you would also look at, the very high end of the market?
Very high end, coming to the, let's say, other Western countries.
Yeah.
Other than the United Kingdom, which the government is specifically focusing on increasing the awareness about sexual health, means other countries also have the companies like Doctors on Demand and horizontal players. There are very few like Maven Clinic, which is focusing on women's health and all. But coming to sexual health, there aren't very many players globally.
Right.
So one thing I think means the next steps which we are planning is after brand building, we can envision taking this a global product. So the demand is there everywhere.
Sure.
You have a question here.
To add on to that, even global, actually we found potential in universities. Teen pregnancies are main concern in global universities. So we have a potential to scale up to the global scale as well. We can tie up with the universities there. People are ready to spend to reduce the teen pregnancies.
Are they paying customers now?
Right now, yeah, we'll be launching the soft launch in the March first week. And to tell you, so we just did one social experiment recently. So we taken a black and white printouts, handouts of 100 copies, and we distributed in an apartment complex. And out of 100, 7 people participated in a webinar in the night. So we offered them an anonymous webinar with the doctor. We have the tie-up. So 7 people in just one apartment complex attended the event.
To tell you the size of the apartment, it's an apartment in Malaysian Township, 1 floor, 7 blocks. 7 floors, sorry. Only one apartment.
Yeah. Anand.
Yeah, I was expecting to see somebody else on your board, Dr. Samaram.
Yeah, frankly saying, Dr. Samaram was the first person actually I have interacted with.
Okay.
So, but he himself is a celebrity person and he doesn't have much time for this online thing.
So just kidding on that. How many doctors do you have that specialize on this in Hyderabad, for example?
In Hyderabad?
Yeah.
In Hyderabad we have currently 4 doctors.
No, I mean just the market.
Out in the
overall
market, not with you, but out in the market.
How many do you think you can get to sign up with you?
Sexual health is again an interdisciplinary space. So again, India doesn't have an MD degree for sexology. So it's like sexology, people go for a fellowship, just put name as sexologist there. So very few, I would say in Hyderabad there are only 4 certified sexologists who can give sexual health therapies. But every nook and corner you go to a dermatologist, he puts dermatologist come sexologist, counselor come sexologist. So right now we can get on board in Hyderabad. So we have andrologists as well, urologists who all treat sexual health problems, gynecologists. So gynecology again is a huge market. So right now we have touch base with 20 people right now in Hyderabad.
So you're okay to put them on your portal even though they don't have the degree or that specialization?
That's what. Going forward, we want to build a system which would actually, say for example, a person with andrology problems should go for an andrologist. The main problem right now these people are facing on a multi-specialty platforms is people don't know which doctor to consult, and doctors complain they get wrong cases. What we do is like if a person is asking an andrology-based question, we'll be having keywords identified in that question, and based on that we would be suggesting him which doctor he should consult.
Last one. I mean, since there are only 4 doctors, they're...
No.
I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you're saying those are the only 4 specialized ones, right? So the fee probably is going to be pretty high because they'll be in demand. So is your 500 based on that analysis or you just came up with that number?
500 we have actually, see that's what, in terms of time spent for answering an online question is around 3 to 4 minutes. If it's an online question, text-based question, obviously for video chat and all, we will be having a higher price point. So video chats for 15 minutes is going to be $1,200.
But then just to add on to that question, are you looking at the doctors onboarding only from Hyderabad or from anywhere?
It's a Indian total wide across.
Yeah, so the availability of doctors can be sought from other parts of the country as well. That's what.
So the current, like we have 10 doctors on board, who are actually signed up in our platform. So it's in testing phase. So, but in those 10 doctors, 4 are from Hyderabad and others are from the rest of the country. We have a doctor, I think here you can see Mr. Dr. Rajit Chakravarti. He's a famous doctor, a sexologist from Kerala. Whereas Dr. Purna is from Vijayawada. and we have other doctors from Bangalore, Chennai, and Mumbai. And Kolkata, we have a gynecologist as well. So starting to build the credibility, what we are trying to attain is the doctors who are actually well qualified, and there is a degree called FECSM, which is a benchmarking for sexologists. So starting we'll be having those doctors on board.
We have a question here.
So right now you have website and apps also there?
Apps we are launching for doctors, but the patient side we have interacted few users and all. I don't find a point. I mean, still sexual health is a taboo. Why would someone download an app right now if it's just for a sexual health consultation? We made our platform as mobile compatible. People can directly use from our website. But yeah, I understand the use of app, but because of the user point, we have delayed it up further. This is not the first priority for us.
Okay, so ready for the verdict? You ready, guys? Okay. So yeah, reminder again: blues and greens, no reds. Reds don't exist, right? It's just a myth. Okay. So at a count 1, 2, and 3. So we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blues. 6 blues. Can you keep that up, please? We'll just take the names quickly. Blues again, please. Can we quickly take the names? Yeah. Oh, so we have 1, 2, 3. You change your mind? You want to change it to green as well? Or you want to change it for somebody else as well? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Taking the names? Awesome, congratulations, guys. All the best. So we'll take a quick 2 minutes pause here. You don't have to leave because we have to close on 2 of the previous ones, and then we'll come back to you in a moment.